farmers' only means of livelihood is getting affected as their crops are getting damaged due to mining dust.
ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಈಗ ಧೂಳ ಕುಂತ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಧೂಳ ಬಂದರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಬೆಳೆದಲ್ಲ ಭಾಳ ಲಾಸ್.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್
ನೀರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅವು ನೀರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ವಾಟರ್ ನೈ
ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್
ಆನ್ ದಿ ರೋಡ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ನೈ
ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್
and trees is not 70% is
ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ 70%,
not growth.
30% ಕಮ್ಮಿ.
Just above the farming fields, mining activities are being done on the mining hills, and from there a lot of mining dust comes, and as a result it damages the crops. So the farmer tells that 25% of the harvest get damaged and goes into loss. So because of the dust there is no proper yield. Farmers tell that earlier there used to be 20 quintals of harvest, but now it has come down to 15 to 16 quintals. Farmers also tell that they do not get any compensation.
अभी 20% डैमेज लॉस हो जाता है मैडम. पहले क्या होता था मैडम, वो 5 एकड़ इधर रहे तो वो ये 75 क्विंटल आता था पहले. अभी 50 को आया वो 25% वो कम हुआ. माइनिंग से डस्ट वजह से वो क्रॉप सभी वो डस्ट ऊपर गिरता है ना मैडम, सभी क्रॉप ऊपर नहीं आता है. वो ज़्यादा बारिश आए तो क्लीन हो जाए से बाद में वो उड़ता है, नहीं तो उधर ज़्यादा ये लॉस होता है. ये गांव में वो आदमी को ये डस्ट जैसे टीवी ये बैर है वो अलग अलग प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा मैडम. अभी इधर क्या होता है मैडम, बारिश आए तभी इधर क्रॉप आता है, नहीं तो नहीं आता है. बारिश होना है.
Narayanpur village constitutes 80% of the farmers, and so it's mainly dependent on agriculture. The total population of this village is 1200 to 1500. The main crops grown in this village are maize, popcorn, groundnuts, sunflowers and sadalu. 90% of the farming is dependent on rain and the remaining 10% on groundwater. But due to mining blast, the groundwater is depleting, which is also affecting the harvest.
Major thrust we from the Department of Agriculture were insisting for the farmers for the past 3 years is to go for integrated farming culture. Integrated farming approach means there is, if one crop is lost, they may get in another crop, and not only for only agriculture, we are insisting on the integrated farming approach. Like means they have to have one cattle feed, they have to have one sericulture concept, they should have a dairy, they should have a fishery also. Like this we are approaching in a different approach, and along with that we are helping them to go for in Narega to go for horticulture crops wherein they can sustain their livelihood. There are little bit of issues there we are getting from the farmers that regarding the dust and the pollution which sits on the leaves of the plants, wherein there is a hindrance for the yield up to 15 to 20% from our side. No such studies are being from our side, but we are in only a transfer of technology. We help for the farmers and implement the agriculture, implement the government schemes to the farmers. As such, we have reported some cases to our University of Agriculture Sciences, Raichur, and also we are requesting Pollution Control Board to look into this and have a certain control measures or a check on the industries also. And one major drawback and bottleneck to the farmers is that the labor problem is there, wherein the laborers are very highly, this one for a mining area they need for one day they will be getting the labor of 500 to 600 rupees, wherein in agriculture they have to toil up in sun and all, so that they cannot afford so much of labor payment for them. They may give of a labor payment to 200 to 300 rupees per day.
Majority of the population in Sandur is engaged in the mining sector and the rest in the agricultural sector. But due to very less pay in the agricultural sector in comparison to the mining sector and other benefits to the mining laborers, there is a shortage of laborers in the agricultural sector. Also, there are no new innovations in agriculture. The area coverage of the agricultural land is very less, as majority of the area is covered by mining hills and forests. In the remaining lands, the water facility is not there, so the total area is dependent on rains. Kamtur village also faces the same problem of crops getting damaged due to mining dust. The main crops grown in this village are popcorn, maize and ragi.
చూడమ్మా ఈ ధూళం వచ్చి దుమ్ము వస్తుంది కదమ్మా, అది వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది. లేదంటే వాన వచ్చి చెడిపోతుంది. వాన వస్తే ఎక్కువ వాన అయిపోతే చెడిపోతుంది. వాన ఏం పోయి ఎప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం లేదమ్మా. అవుతుందమ్మా, దానికే ఒక 5,000 రూపాయలు ఇస్తూ ఉండాలి ఒక సంవత్సరం కూడా. అది ఏం ప్రాబ్లం అమ్మా, ఇది దుమ్ముది ప్రాబ్లమ్. వాన రాకుంటే వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది, వాన ఎక్కువ అయితే చెడిపోతుంది. ఇంతే ప్రాబ్లం, మనకి ఇంకేం లేదమ్మా, ఇంకేం ప్రాబ్లం లేదమ్మా.
ಇದೇ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 3 ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಮೆಕ್ಕೆಜೋಳ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರ. ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಒಂದು 40,000 ಮೇಲೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬರೀ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದೇ 9,000 ರಿಂದ 10,000 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. 10,000 ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಸ್. ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಅಂದರೆ 30,000 ರಿಂದ 40,000 ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಈ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ಲಿದ್ದ ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗೈತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅನುಕೂಲತೆಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಈಗ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಬರದಂಗೆ, ಧೂಳು ಬರದಂಗೆ ತಡಿಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷಿಗೆ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮದೆಲ್ಲ. ಕೃಷಿ ರೈತರು ನಾವು ಪರಂಪರೆಲಿಂದ ತಾತ ಮುತ್ತಾತನ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೃಷಿಕರೇ ಇದೇ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ರೈತರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೃಷಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಇತರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಗಣಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಇತರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಸವಲತ್ತು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಅದೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಭಾಳ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಒಂಥರ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಭೂಮಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂಬೋದು ವಾದ ಆಗೈತೆ. ಸರ್ವೆ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಅನ್ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಗ್ರಾಮದವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಕ್ಕುಪತ್ರ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಭಾಳ ಆಗೈತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮದು ಇಡೀ 6 ಎಕರೆಗೆ ಬರೀ 6,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ. 1 ಎಕರೆಗೆ 1,000-2,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 6,000 ರಿಂದ 7,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರೇ. 6,000 to 7,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಪರ್ ಎಕರೆಗೆ. 2,000 ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ಅರ್ಧಕ್ಕರ್ಧ ಭಾಗ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ ಕೃಷಿ.
Most of the farmers' crops are getting damaged because of mining dust. Farmers are struggling to sustain their livelihood through farming. 60% of the population in India is engaged in agriculture. That means 60% of our country comprises of farmers. India is also one of the top 5 countries in the world with the most agriculture. But still, the farmers in our country are suffering due to crop loss. Farmers are the people who grow the food we eat, and they are not able to meet their own sustenance. Farmers invest so much money, energy, time and resources to grow crops, and then we see crops getting damaged because of mining dust. It is heartbreaking to see farmers committing suicide in a country that mainly depends on its agriculture.